Hey y'all, this is just a quick word that comes from a dream that I had last night. So in the dream, is that food? What the heck? I guess it's just my lip. In the dream, God used literally like an old boyfriend that I had from like high school, right? And his name was Tanner. And in this dream, him and I were like, it was like we were cutting up, we were laughing, it was the kind of friendly, childlike, giddy relationship that I desired to have, right? Not a relationship that's unequally yoked, that's just not on the same vibe, not on the same page, there's no connection, there's no, there's just so many indifferences, and it's just not a fun relationship. You know what I'm saying? It was the complete opposite from like arguing and just not getting along and such. So then he looks at me, and here's the thing. It turned out that he didn't, like, I couldn't have him, right? And he was like, he had said something along the lines of like, there's someone sweet that's coming for you or something like that. Like, eventually, like, there's someone on the way that's sweet, right? That can give you what it is that you're wanting, right? And so there isn't like a Hebrew meaning of Tanner, but Simon Tanner in the Bible was the, what were they called? His profession, it says it worked with animal hides, okay? And so basically they transform raw materials into something more useful and durable, okay? So it equals transformation, refinement, and development, right? And this is all I could find to write this in. This is an orange marker. Orange represents a fire, refinement, right? So that was intentional, not on my part. And when I had the dream, so that was like earlier this morning. Today is 6:28. 6:28 means to wash away, to be washed. Okay. And so kind of like what God is saying with this is like, if you're standing for someone, right, a spouse, and things just aren't going the way that you desire them to go, right? The relationship they might be saying hateful things to you. They might be rejecting you, not accepting you, not understanding you. The relationship is just, there's a disconnect, right? There is no intimacy. There is no connection. It's just, maybe if you do talk, it's just not where you want it to be, right? God is in the middle of transforming them, taking them, in the process of making them more useful and durable, right, for you and for the relationship. And they might not be there completely yet. God has to wash away certain things and refine them before they can be that person that you desire them to be. They first have to be transformed, right? So that may be why that's happening right now. But know that if God said that, like, your relationship's going to be one way, and they're gonna be this way and that way, and God's already told you all of the things and shown you how things are going to be in the future, right, and the things to come, then you got to stand on that. You got to believe it. But also know that if you're not seeing certain things and you're still experiencing certain things, it is simply because they have not been completely transformed yet, right? God has not done all of the work that still needs to be done within them to make them more useful and durable for the relationship. There's a lot of, there's still some refinement that needs to happen, some development, and, things that need to take place. And I had gotten 222, which also reminded me of Daniel 2:22. He reveals the deep and hidden things. So that's also something, God is going to continue to reveal to them the deep and hidden things. And certain things can't take place. They can't gain a certain knowledge or understanding of certain things until that happens, right? Until God reveals to them certain things, right? Reveals to them, wisdom, revelation, all of the things. So all of that has to take place first in order to see that new person that God is, has created and worked on. You may see certain things, little things here and there, but it's not what you desire, and it's not completely 100% yet what God said it was going to be. But just know He's still working on transforming them to make them more useful for you and for the relationship. And that sweet, friendly, loving, like best friend type relationship, that you'll have that one day. That person is on the way. But there's just some more transforming and refining that needs to take place first before you see that person, right? That version of the person that God has promised you. So don't give up. Keep the faith, and just continue to seek God for a deeper understanding, and continue to do as He instructs you, and just continue to be obedient, and know that you are going to make it to the finish line of this thing, and everything's going to fall in place exactly the way that God said it was going to. And you will see this thing come to pass, whatever He's promised you. It's a process. It is a process. So for anyone who gets on this journey thinking it's an overnight thing and that it's going to just happen overnight, no ma'am, no sir. It is a process, and it is a long process, okay? God has to work on you, and He has to work on them, and that takes time. So depending on the person, depending on the circumstances, depending on what type of deliverance and what type, whatever, it takes time. But going along with the word that I posted yesterday, some of them, God is about to be taken through judgment, and that will be, when they go through that final judgment, that will be the turning point for them. That will be the turning point. And some of them just need to be humbled, right? Some of them just need to be humbled and turn back to God. And at that point, that's when things start happening quickly. So yeah, I pray that this gets to who it needs to get to at the right time. I pray that this blessed you. If you feel led to sow, my information will be there in the description box. I thank y'all for the seeds that have been sown. I pray that God bless you in return for those seeds sown. And yeah, y'all have a blessed rest of your weekend, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Okay, bye.